I'm a certified specialist in criminal law, and I actually do my own work. So I work on a lot of very, very serious major felony cases. I have a lot of experience, and I've won 5 first-degree murder cases, and I've had others dismissed. So I do a lot of practice in the homicide area. Homicides are very interesting because Arizona follows the principle of the felony murder rule. And the felony murder rule makes a person guilty of first-degree murder if they're involved in one of the enumerated criminal charges, which are the predicate felonies to what they call felony murder. Perhaps they're alleging intentional child abuse, but maybe for you it was negligent. But you get found guilty, you're found guilty of first-degree felony murder. I've probably been involved as a criminal defense attorney over 30 murders, and many of them are resolved by plea, but I've had some very interesting ones involving guns where, for example, friends, young boys, have gotten in an argument on the street, and one fella comes over and shoots his friend 4 times in the car. My client was driving a vehicle, the vehicle in which the decedent was riding as a passenger, and they charged my client with first-degree murder. Through a lengthy process of motion practice and discovery practice, I was able to obtain him a sentence of 2.5 years. One might say, well, I thought he wasn't involved at all, but you always run a very serious risk if you go to trial, and so it was a very good deal for him, and he didn't have to spend very much time in prison at all after having been charged with first-degree murder. Drive-by shooting, for example, is a Class 2 felony, where the person faces 7 to 21 years with a presumptive of 10.5 years in prison. So, I mean, when you have an 18-year-old kid who's being charged as an adult and is faced with 10.5 years in prison at that age, it's a daunting task. And you do need a highly skilled criminal defense attorney in Phoenix, Arizona, if you want to try to avoid prison.